What's up, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We are your hosts today, guys. Trent is not here because his dog is having some issues that he's going to have to babysit. So he's going to join us for a little bit. But welcome into, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We're going to get into the markets, and we're going to tell you all what happened today and why it happened. Please smash that golden like button if you want us to get into what happened today. But not down, because we don't want the markets to go down anymore, but we want them to go up because we have Trent here, and we're all excited to see him on a Wednesday. Hit the subscribe bell. Hit the subscribe bell if you love dogs and you want Trent's his dog to do better. You'll find that bell over in this corner over here. Why we have to ask is because we all want dogs to do better. I mean, that's just it, guys. Over there on Rumble, we're just growing naturally skillful, and it's just a beautiful thing that we have over there. Rumble loves dogs. We don't even have to ask, but over there, it's an ongoing thing. But today, guys, I have Voodoo Tropic Forest. We didn't have to do water today because I didn't get in the hot tub and I didn't really drink today. So, I'm in vacation mode. So most of the times we start the streams like, I'm getting done after a 12-hour day, come home, you eat, and then relax with a beer. So, yeah, today it's a little bit slower, and I'm just going to pop it open right here, right now. If I can get my finger under the cap. My gosh, can't get it. Oh, there we go. ASMR on the mic. That's how good of a pop that was. How'd you like that live improv, Trent, with the dogs and Rumble? You were cracking up on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't understand how I could do it, man. I just wing it. It comes to me natural.
Yes, sir. Let's see, no comments so far. Guys, so here's the thing. Today I'm gonna be headed to.
I should take this off the screen.
On Wednesdays, I am normally at the church. I am still going to head down there in like about 5 minutes or so, but I'm going a little late today because I'm at home with my dog, who's going through a little bit of a kidney infection, and I got him on some antibiotics and stuff like that. I think he's gonna be okay, but just trying to be there for him.
I told Trent, stop putting bleach in his homemade food, but he doesn't listen. Guys, you wonder why he has kidney infection. It's thinking that he's trying to cure that COVID or whatever it is.
So, that's what I'm up to today, but I'm going to head down to the church just for the tail end of it and then come back so I don't leave him alone for too long. But I do want to, while I'm here, we'll go off script a little bit of the...
We'll do it inverse. So you start with cardano spotlight and work backwards.
Yeah. Could definitely do that. So the first thing I want to cover, though, let me see. Share screen. So the markets tumbled a little bit today. Guys, it's really not that big a deal, though. XRP, what was the drop for the day? 10%?
Yeah.
That's really nothing to write home about.
Especially because we're up like 50% for the month.
Yeah, when you get a big red candle like this one, it gets bought back up pretty quick. And this really means that the short or the longs, the really high leverage longs, got flushed out in one candle. It didn't take 7 boring sideways and down, sideways and down and to the right. It didn't take 7 boring candles to get there. We kind of flushed all that out in one day, and we had this nice long wick at the bottom where the bulls bought up the dip here. Also, it brought us quite... Oh, yeah. What was that?
I just want to put you on the screen.
Oh. It brought us quite a bit closer. Oh, yeah, if you couldn't see the screen, I was talking about this wick right here. It brought us quite a bit closer to the 21-day moving average. down here at about $2.90. So, you know, if we kind of build support right here and bounce up, it's going to give the 21 MA more time to catch up to the price, and we can take off from there. We invalidated any kind of bullish pennant that we would want to draw. So, you know, unless we do, you know, we keep that like so. And then maybe we get back into the pattern and then we break. No, but that, I mean, that doesn't seem right. We've got to basically form a new pattern from here on the shorter move. So that's what we're looking at. Not too worried about that. Also, you can draw a steep, you know, uptrending line of support like that. Really, what matters most to me about this chart is, you know, the stochastic RSI, which is a good measure of whether we are overbought or oversold. The stochastics have been up here for this whole move. Okay, and in one day, we've almost reset this.
I see that too on my end.
Yeah, and even on the regular RSI, you know, this is a nice reset right here out of this green overbought zone. So I don't want to see, what I don't want to see is for the MACD to cross bearish, but I don't think it'll happen. I think that it'll start to curve out and then move up. Or if it does, then, you know, I mean, hey, we bounce around above $3 for a little bit while it resets. Not that big a deal. You know, another thing I'll say is we did just recently get a cross of the 50-day moving average crossing the 200 right here. So, you know, this daily candle might be an outlier, but, you know, going forward from this cross, that, like, this should mark a turn of momentum in the market to the upside. So there you go. And I chose XRP just because it should be a good indicator of the altcoin market as a whole. So yeah, not to worry. I'm not worried. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm not worried about it, but like, I'm going to lead into just a little briefly what we talked about yesterday, because we left going to bed thinking that this green dot trigger wave was going to play out and we're going to leg up again. We're all excited about that. What we end up seeing, I'm going to try to zoom in on it, is that we have a green dot, red dot for market.
I think I'm going to dip, and then maybe I'll catch a Cardano spotlight from my phone if I tune in.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, send me a link if you haven't already.
I have not. Can you send yourself a link?
Oh, yeah, I can, since I'm right here. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Got you.
Yeah. So what I want to point out is we're in this bigger uptrend, and the bigger the uptrend, the bigger the fake out we can get. And what happened too yesterday, we had market manipulation. Like, we went to bed feeling good. Literally 4 hours later, we got a red dot. By that point, I was already in bed, probably like most of you guys. And that, you know, you can't catch all the trades, guys. We're banking probably about 75% chance of going up with those dots, or maybe even 80% chance. It just so happened to get the manipulation, get the longs out. We see that on ETH. We had the manipulation on Arbitrum. We had the manipulation on Pole. We had the manipulation on Optimism. I feel bad, guys. I mean, we can't nail them all the time, and that's literally what happened. And I was, you know, sleeping just like everybody else. The Asian markets manipulated it, and they caught us off guard. So it's just something that we gotta play, guys, play around with. But, you know, like Trent was saying too, maybe it's not over yet, guys. Like, we're not super worried about it. If you look over on the 4 hour, it looks bullish again on the 4 hour, which really shows you like what really happened yesterday wasn't really anything. It was just market manipulation. And we come over to liquidity heat map. The liquidity heat map. We have the CME gap right down here. You know, unfortunately, just above 114. But there's all this liquidation. It wants to eat up. It can. And currently, we're smoking a little bit high, and we're about to smoke these shorts. There's a lot of liquidity up there too, man. There's like 100 and some odd, shorts over there we can go crunch on. Whoa. So something we just gotta keep an eye on it. You know, we go to Model 2, it still shows you that we have a liquidation price of a little bit for the longs for about 117. Yeah, so right now it's still showing the sweet spot to hit those longs at 117. So we just have to keep an eye on it, guys. Just don't let it get you down. You know, today we took a punch. Yeah, sure, fine. But we've been in the market so long, guys. This is crypto. Crypto's volatile. Let's check out the 12-hour. 12-hour, we also have a green dot too. So maybe tomorrow will be a turnaround, a V shape. Even the snow looks like it could be coming down on the 12-hour, but the 4-hour is starting to look bullish. Nope, shoot. Let's share screen. Glad I checked, guys. So, you know, 4-hour ETH is just crossed, so our momentum waves are touching each other again, 49 to 50. So the 6-hour says. The 6-hour says it's still bearish, but we could be rolling over, or it could be a fake out. The 12-hour still shows momentum to the downside. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on that 4-hour to really make sure we see what we want to see coming. The daily, like I said, the bigger the moves up, the larger the fake outs can be. We're really just gonna keep an eye on that, guys. It really is. We're gonna swing over to the charts. Oh, not charts, but crypto news. Crypto news. What we got going today? Here's what happened crypto day. Crypto control takes center stage at Roman Storm. ETH emerges as a win after crypto watershed moment. I don't know what the heck they're talking about right there. Sold price to drop to 180. Be golden entry before rally to new highs. I mean, I agree with that, guys. I think it'd be sweet, man. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see something like that happen. What's the price sold right now? 191. Yeah, why not? We just broke 200. We're already pretty close already to that sweet spot as it lies. Here's what happened in crypto today. Block joins S&P 500, bringing more Bitcoin exposure to equity index. Jack Dorsey's technology company Block returned the Standard & Poor's 500 S&P index on Wednesday, making the third public company with Bitcoin holdings to join the global benchmark. Block holds 8,500 Bitcoin, worth approximately $1 billion. According to BitcoinTreasury.net, the stash makes Block the 13th largest corporate holder of BTC. The company shares on the New York Stock Exchange have jumped nearly 14% over the past 5 days. Since the company announced it would join the S&P 500. The S&P 500 tracks 500 of the largest publicly listed U.S. companies. Among the other index companies exposed to BTC are Tesla and Coinbase. To be listed in the S&P 500, a company must have a market cap greater than $18 billion. Public float, a portion of the company's outstanding shares that are available for trading, greater than 10% of the most recent quarter earnings, must be positive. Goldman Sachs, I think this is leading the next article. Goldman Sachs BNY to offer tokenized money market funds for clients. Wall Street giants Goldman Sachs and BNY are preparing to offer institutional investors access to tokenized money market funds, which could unlock real-time settlement, 24/7 market access, and more efficient across capital markets. Clients of BNY, the world's largest custodian bank, will soon be able to invest money in market funds, whose ownership is recorded directly on Goldman Sachs' private blockchain, according to a Wednesday news release. What's it mean, private blockchain? As financial system transitions towards a more digital real-time architecture, BNY is committed to enabling scalable and secure solutions that shape the future of finance, said Leda Mayayabi. I gotta take a drink after that name. global head of liquidity finance and collateral at BNY. The initiative includes participation from the industry heavyweights, including BlackRock, Fidelity Investments, and Federated Hermes, along with assessment management arms of Goldman and BNY for the release. Development comes on the heels of the New York signed Genius Act, which established a regulatory framework for stablecoins in the U.S. bill passed last week. More than 300 House votes bans interest-bearing stablecoins. House votes bans interest-bearing stablecoins. Well, that doesn't sound right. I think it's saying ban CBDCs. I don't know what they're talking about on that one. But besides that, guys, they don't have a whole lot of great news today, to be honest with you. I was kind of thinking that we'd have more, but yeah, maybe not. Unless you guys can think of anything else that you guys want me to dig into while you have it. What's up, Chara? What's crack-a-lackin', man? Glad to see you here today. Did you see the volatility today, man? That's crypto, dude. That is crypto. 10% nothing, man. We could even see a little bit more, but we're starting to get signals that could have been the local bottom. But we will have to wait and see for a lot of other stuff. Yeah. Trying to feel everything out. Do. Actually, you know what? Let's go over the crypto bubble before we go jump to the charts. All right. We're the top 100 coins, which is really interesting, guys. So everybody's saying it was a bad day. Bitcoin's still at 0%. This is really where it was at 24 hours ago when we looked at it, which is showing signs of dominance wanting to go up, which we actually talked about too. That Bitcoin dominance looks like it wants to reclaim a couple percent. So we have ADA down, ADA, XRP, Doge, Hedera, SHIB, probably Aptos. Who are the top losers today? XRP 8.1 Dogecoin, Hedera 8.3 Shiba Inu. It was a 10%. Aptos down 10.1% for the day. Last year down 10%, 11% Floki. Palm.Fund's still been going down, man. It's at 11.7%. This is starting to get my interest when we should get into it. Maybe we'll take a look at Jasmine down 10%. And there you go. Those are the top losers for the day. But we talk about top losers for the day. Really? Is XRP still up 7% for the week, which is kind of funny. Fund.Fund is starting to get my attention, being that deep in the ready, and it's a newer project. Getting my attention to see when we should get in. Sweet down 2.5%. Stay down 3%. XLM down 3%. Everything for the month. There's the monthly charts, guys. Checking out the month on the bubbles. You all talked about the XRP drop, man. I bet you're good. You swapped to, I'm assuming you stayed Solana last night, a little bit now. Time to buy, huh? Dude, I've been all in the market, Chara. I don't trade right now. I'm just hanging on till I'm ready to sell. I'll probably get real heavy into trading here in the next couple of weeks when we get the Discords live. But me, I've just been chilling, dude. I've just been chilling. I'm 100% in, man. 100% in. I have nothing left I can put in the markets right now. But Trent's been trading like a madman. I want to look at Pump.Fund. It's a newer release. Let's check it out. Did we call for a dip? I know yesterday we were looking like we had a lot of trigger wave to the upside, but on the 4 hour, there was literally manipulation. The next 4 hours after the stream yesterday, it was pretty wild. We showed that. I can show it again too. Pump.Fund. Mexi. I'm really interested. This coin's newly released. I want to watch it. 4 hours looking pretty spent. It's actually almost where it released at, which is probably almost a low. VWAP is very outwardly, which is not the greatest sign. The momentum wave is very flat. I don't like it curving like that. I like a nice rounded top, and that's very smooth. Looks like it could extend. It's very close to saying that could be a bottom, but the 4 hour is saying it's pretty bearish still. Interesting. So I'll probably still keep away on pump till I see it on the 4 hour start getting a little bit more bullish. 12 hour hasn't even printed data yet, but you can tell on that, dude, that's a V-shaped downtrend on that, man. V-shaped downtrend. Huh. Let's take a look at XRP. Well, actually, maybe I'll do like Solana. Maybe I'll come down like these top 5 right here because I really like these. We'll skip XLM. A lot of these I hold a good portion of. Strength kind of plateauing. Solana, we have a doji candle, sign of a trend reversal. You know, like if you look over here, like we had 3 or 4 red candles in a row. Now we're 3 red candles in a row, we reverse, right? Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row, and now we have a doji candle, which could be a sign of a trend reversal. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. The momentum wave is still saying we could go down farther. You know, the strength is the VWAP. Number 1 is below the 0 line. Okay, you're on negative lip. Momentum has been coming down, and it's starting to curve. It hasn't curved yet. So we might have another 4 hour to 8 hours of data that needs to be printed unless you check out the smaller time frame to try to snipe that. The strength is starting to plateau. Stokes are high, but they're starting to flip a little bit. Now we're going to 6 hours. The 6 hour data shows the money has been coming down slightly. VWAP's negative 14. Momentum coming down. Strength hasn't started curving up yet. Okay, which means we might have like 1, 2 candles. We could trade sideways or down. That's where we're at right now. Okay, I would not expect this data coming show me right now. The next 3 hours we have a V-shaped recovery without some sort of news to prompt that. The 12 hours says it could also keep coming down to this key level right here. And why is this a key level? Well, this is where we had a lot of support. Right here, we're in the same zone. Okay, so people, we just read an article or highlighted it. They said 181 before Solana can continue up to the upside. So we're gonna keep an eye on there. Okay, well, likely we will continue to the downside. And you know what? We might not even hit this. Or if you really want to pay attention to the 21 right here, we probably will bounce off the 21. We'll probably meet the 21 like around 181, which is really where it just said 182. Which is possible. It's also possible we bottom right now. DBSI is saying that we will continue to go down further in the next 12 hours. Which, if Bitcoin's bullish, Bitcoin can suck the liquidity out of all these other coins. Getting these what, Mr. Chara? I own a lot of these ones. I don't own any ADA, which I did. I wish I owned Sol, which I don't. But it's only because I have a rule of, you know, if you have $100,000, I like to keep like 10 grand on average per token. So then, therefore, you can't own, you know, to add a coin, it takes a lot of liquidity. So I wish I had ADA. I have XRP. I have HBAR. I have Crow. I have Ondo. I have Sui. I have silver. Don't have any gold, but I do have silver. On the daily chart, also shows a red dot with some continuation to the downside on Solana. So we probably will come back down a little lower, guys. That's where I'm projecting. I'm thinking that though the 4 hour, we kind of get a doji candle. I think it's gonna be a fake out. I think we'll have a fake out on this. ADA on the 4 hour also shows like it wants to kind of roll over a little bit. VWAP has been coming up, and we do have a doji candle for a trend reversal. 21 is up a little high. We actually might bounce up before going down further. It could go up to like 85 cents, and then we could wick even lower to 73. And that will probably be its golden entry point. And we're kind of watching this wave right there. We jump to the 6 hour. 6 hours still showing signs of trade sideways to go down. 12 hour also just shows signs of going down with large impromptu power. It was really interesting right now because you look at the larger other time frames. On the 12 hour, we're actually touching the 21, which is weird because we're kind of bouncing off it on the lower time frames. So now it's saying we could sink lower on the lower time frames. In the daily, we're angling down. Stokes are high. VWAP's below the 0 line. Money flow is not as thick as we'd like to see. You mean Trent? Bet Trent, I meant. I've had Travis was happy he sold those XRPs last night and got those Cardanos or Solana. My bad, LOL. What's the deal with XRP? What happened? Do you know? It was just liquidations. I mean, like how we were talking about earlier today, there's a lot of liquidations happening right now. The bulls are getting confident that the market's going to keep going up, so they all keep doing 20x leverage and then getting themselves caught in a pickle. No, he did swap it to ADA. Yeah, you're right, huh? But he's down too. Let's see. What's ADA versus XRP? XRP's down 8.3%. ADA's down 7.3%. Well, you know what? He probably is happy. He's still slightly up. What's up, GIG? That price, you think XRP going into the cycle? $19.27. I would love to see that. There is a chart pattern that I don't actually can teach, but I've seen on All in Crypto. He's also a fantastic technical analyst. Shout out to All in Crypto. And I think I think $7 to $10 would be a conservative bet. But I think if XRP does what it should do, you'll see a $19.27 ish price. When I say ish, I mean, do you think it's really going to hit that number? $20 is pretty psychological. Then maybe it wicks above to like 22. Maybe it goes to like, bless me, $17. And $17, I'll take that. That's great gains for me. Well, where is XRP at? The 4 hour, money flow's been coming down, strength still coming down, Stokes still coming down. Interesting. We wicked down, saying that the bears are still in control. As you can see, we haven't rolled over yet. We're negative 65, negative 72, which, believe it or not, a 10% move to reset the momentum waves is huge, guys. Now if we get our green dots, start getting the bigger the wave, bigger the price movement, man. You know? Oh. Green money flow have been coming down. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep coming down. I think a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised to see. It'd be hard to say it breaks below $3. Just come to this level. I mean, it's saying that we could come down to 287 to range of $3. That's like the range that we can technically come down to. I think that's realistic. I think we probably will come down to $3. Did you buy it? I bought it 30 cents, my good sir. I'll tell you what I did. I put 30 grand into XRP at like maybe a little bit below 30 cents. And then it dropped to like 23 cents. And I was like, dude, I bought the freaking top. And then we had the May hype. And I held my bag for like 2 years. I was like, dude, I'm holding this forever. I have a little more than 100,000 tokens. I'm going to let it ride, man, to $10. I'm going to do it. And then May hype came, and I got talked to selling my bag into buying all these other small caps. And I didn't know TA at the time. And so I was like, okay, well, cool, whatever. So I think I watched everything else pump. I sold my bag, bought coins that influencers had. And at the time, XRP was still like 30 grand. Or maybe it was at 50 cents. And my bag grew to about 125K. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I'm so glad I did that. And then the crash happened, the May crash. And, dude, I got wrecked, bro. I probably went back down to 30K. And I was like, dude, I totally effed up. XRP's at 50 cents. I got scammed from influencers. And there was a learning moment, dude. Did you have a stop loss on yours? No, I wasn't trading, good sir. I was just spot at that time. I didn't know TA. And, dude, I let myself get wrecked. And I let myself listen to a lot of influencers. Just like me out here, guys, talking to you. I do my best to try to help you. But I'm not perfect. But I could tell you what blue chips, and I could tell you what the charts are saying. It's data. Data is alive, though. You know, every hour data is changing. I can say right now the probability of us going lower is probably like 80% chance we're going to go a little lower tomorrow. But there are signs saying that we might not. So there's your 20%. So, you know, it's just like, you know, you're gambling on the odds that we're going to go down tomorrow. So, you know, maybe Trump comes out with a bullish tweet and everything skyrockets. Or maybe Jerome Powell resigns tomorrow. There's so much variables that you can't predict everything. Like last night, I was feeling pretty good. I thought we are going to have another leg up. That's what the data said. But like we were talking on the 4 hour, there was manipulation, guys. We had green dot, red dot almost instantly. You know, it's just how it happens like that. And that happened across the whole market. Like, what's the 4 hour on Ethereum? We have a green dot and a red dot right here. I don't know if you guys can see that on my screen. I'm trying to zoom it in for you. This is my paint pen. We have a green dot, super tight on the zero line. Those are usually signs of big momentum. Same thing with the red dot, zero line. Red dot to the downside, sign of big momentum to whatever direction it turns. There was manipulation, like even on Arbitrum, green dot, we should have been pumped. We should have pumped out, got the red dot, and we dumped. Literally, the red dot came here, dumped. That's how accurate these indicators are. I mean, when you get these dots, you have like an 80% chance of that, whatever is supposed to play out. Manipulation, long, short, liquidated, whatever happened, and you kind of got wrecked. Did you have stop loss? I'm glad I didn't give up. I hope you reach your target. Dude, thank you, man. I hope I reach my target. So you know what my target is, dude? If I made enough money to retire, I wouldn't retire. I'd quit my job. Don't get me wrong. But I'd do this more. I love talking to you guys. I love being part of the community. I love educating people. I've been in people's houses with a whiteboard talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and market caps and having cycles. And I really enjoy this. And I want to help other people. And, you know, I was a Pluto Alliance community manager. And there was a lot of funds that were misappropriated. And I would love to see that community thrive again. You know, if I had some money, I would love to see that community thrive again. I would find some sort of way to help it out. And then same thing with like people. I like to see people thrive. I would love to go through life knowing that I helped other people succeed. You know, you only got one life. I think that's part of it. I think that's a lot of influencers. No, I wouldn't say a lot of influencers. I think there are the influencers that you find that you can trust in the space. A lot of those guys have that same drive. Like, I really like All In Crypto. I really think he wants to help people. We want to make money along the way. Don't get me wrong. I would love to make money. I love to eat nice. I love steak and lobster, dude. If I got steak and lobster every day, I would do it. But I think part of it is, it's just being there to help people, When I got rug pulled, dude, there's this one coin, I put $4,000 into it and went up to like 80 grand. And everybody told me it's going to the moon. It's the best. I took 10 grand out in profits. I put it into different parts of the ecosystem. Rug, bro. Overnight, boom, it was all gone. I don't want to see people hurt like that. I think it really sucks, man. Really, really sucks. And I've seen other people out here in this space, chilling, scam coins, scam tokens, and dude, it's not steal from Peter to pay Paul, or however the saying goes, dude. It's not right, man. It doesn't sit well with me. Raw and had 36 shares of UXRP at $53.50 dropped to 406. I should have had a stop loss, but I had no idea it was going to do it like that. Of what is UXRP? And what is it? $53 dropped to. You did drop or go up? I had 36 shares on URXT at 53. Dropped to 406. I mean, rose to 406. Maybe I could be reading this wrong. I should have had a stop loss, but I had no idea I was going to do like that. I think whatever you're saying is that you took some sort of loss, and it was pretty significant. Like, looks like an 8x loss, but I could be reading that wrong. I think he's saying he lost 400. Oh, thank you, Crypto Focus. Crypto Focus, you stream? I love the name, man. Crypto Focus, dude. You really gotta stay focused, dude. Like in the bear market, you gotta stay focused. Tell yourself it's not gonna end. The bull market, we're so close. We're gonna get there. See here. Where were we at, guys? We were looking at XRP. So I think we appreciate your help for real. And thanks, Chara. I think that, dude, we're likely to continue our dump. We are slightly turning over the 4-hour, which means that we could have a sign of more momentum. But if you go to the 12-hour, it's pretty bearish. I mean, we had a good strong wick. We have a closed candle. We have a candle closed red. We have another candle below the other previous candle. Momentum's coming down. Strength's coming down. Stokes are coming down. Money flow just left. VWAP is below the zero line. I would guess we're going to have another red candle. BBSI is also saying like a 12 or a 20. 16 and a 20, saying we're probably coming down to XRP could come down to about $3 level, which we almost wicked down there. We almost wicked. So maybe that was the bottom. Maybe. We We won't know till we won't know. Good news is the weekly is looking fire. I don't think the weeklies are over. Each candle's reference 7 days. I think that looks good. The 2 week is reference 7 days. 7 days, 14 days looks good to me. And the monthly, we have a green dot still, and it does look like we're forming a higher high. So I think nothing but good news. Drop that OS on an ETF. Was an ETF. Drop that was on an ETF. Oh god, yeah. So it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things, dude. There's a lot of scammers in this crypto space because a lot of it's unregulated, dude. Unregulated. I don't know if you guys ever watched BitBoy, but when I first started watching him, what drew me to him is that he was a Christian. I think he was a really good man. I think he's still misunderstood. Definitely made some mistakes, but what drew me to him was that he was a Christian. Are you taking any profits in stable coins? Oh, 100%, bro. When the whole thing starts collapsing, which it will happen, I will be stabling up, dude. 100%. I believe we will probably peak between October and November for this market, and I expect to be a bottom for Bitcoin by next November. So I think it's a very important year that we're entering in right now. What that show? We have a high. We didn't get it back right here. We can see that we didn't get back our high. We came down, didn't get back even previous high, and we break down. Now we'll probably break back up. We won't get our high. We break back down to a lower low. That's possible. 4 hour, the 12 hour, we're breaking down. Looks like the 23-cent level. We wicked pretty close to that. And we probably could wick even lower, dude. We probably could come down to like the 20 level. Even still at the 20 level, we break down, we could bounce back up and just be right back where we're at. And we're watching this momentum wave come down, money flow coming down, strength coming down, stocks coming down. We went from a -5 to a -1. Oh, look at that. We actually gained a little bit of strength. Have you heard of possible decentralized stablecoin that can be pegged like how DAI did on ETH? I think the stablecoins that I will prefer and everything that's going to happen is I will like USDC. And my number one will be real USD, which is a stablecoin on top of Ripple. But I don't trust any coin 100%, so I'll probably diversify. I don't know. Did DAI do it differently? Isn't DAI backed by gold on ETH? I could be wrong, but I thought that's what DAI was, backed by gold. It was blacklist a block. Black block. It has a black list function. Which did USDC? Yeah, I think I did know USDC has a blacklist function. That doesn't bother me though. I don't. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. It'll be frozen anytime. Yeah, I don't like Tether. I use Tether right now because it's super convenient. But yeah, I didn't know that. It doesn't really bother me. I don't do anything scammy, man. To be honest with you, and I've talked to Coinbase before, and they are really good working with you, especially if you have the premium account and you KYC, which it doesn't bother me at all. No, it might bother other people who are like not in the U.S. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm also a little bit different than a lot of people. Like Trent really likes Cardano, which I really like Cardano too. But I don't fully believe in decentralization because I just currently with the seed phrases and everybody holding not your keys, not your crypto. I think that's so complicated for the mass majority of people that I don't think a lot of people can do it, dude. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people lock themselves out of their wallets. People will lose money. People are super brilliant, but they're also super dumb too. Especially as a mass. Does it bother you? Does it bother you to be blacklisted? Are you from the U.S.? I think you said you were, but I can't remember. Broke a lower low. Momentum still trying to carry us up. We'll probably hit the 21 on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, we have a doji candle sign of trend reversal. Well, that's kind of nice. It hasn't really given up. We have the higher high, have a higher high. We haven't actually made a higher high and lost it yet. The momentum is actually the most curved of all tokens on here. Little hot chicken head calling. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Gotta go release some stress from these manipulated game. LOL. Hey man, deuces. I'll catch you later, Chara. Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate you, brother. We come into the 4 hour. Actually, Crow, dude. Actually, of everything so far, Crow looks the best to me. Let's check another real key. What does the 12 hour look like? Let's jump in the 6 hour first. 6 hour. Hey, doji candle. Still need a little bit of love, man. The VWAP still needs to come up. Money flow is starting to plateau a little bit, a little outwardly. Same with the momentum wave. It's not in a straight Y, which is really interesting. I really like seeing that. 12 hour. Oh man, we were so close to breaking out. Oh, I knew we were coming, man. Man, Crow gets beaten bad so often, dude. It really wanted to break out of that stupid holy pennant. Oh man, do you think BTC will hit 16,000 for a long? 16K? Do you think it will go back to 16? No, absolutely not. I don't think we'll ever see 16,000 ever again. I've said that for years. Yeah, I think what I think a low will be in the next bear market. It'll be about 40,000 wick and a 50,000 bottom for we'll probably stay there for 6 months probably. If it's traditional cycle, we still say that 4-year cycles are alive. That's what I think. I think that might be a last 4-year cycle too. No, I don't think so, Josh. Well, I hope, man. I hope Crow can flip that, dude. The 12 hour not telling me it's the same. We're still probably gonna go down. I hope though that 4 hour doji candle can pull off a full reversal. That would be sick. 30-minute wants to keep pumping. Let's go, Crow. Keep going, man. Check out our Ondo over here, guys. My average entry price at Ondo is 89 cents. Or 86. 89, 86. I always forget. Somewhere in there. One of those two numbers. I do sometimes have a little bit of dyslexia. We break down, have a fake up, we continue down maybe. VWAP curving down, strength, Stokes curving down, money flow has been leaving. Jump into the 4 hour. Doji candle, that's not bad. The 21 still up there. We're at the 50-day moving average currently. Now, if we have continuation bullishness, if we close this red and continue green going up a little bit, that will flip the 4 hour. We need a little bit of domino effect right now. We need the 1 hour to continue, to flip the 4 hour, to flip the 6 hour, to make it feel good. 12 hour needs to feel good. If you really look at the daily, one candle, guys, to the downside. I mean, how often do we get one candle? Probably not very often. You know what's really interesting about the dump that we had today is traditionally Wednesdays are the days that we pump the hardest. So we just have to wait and see what happens, guys. Looking at Undo, I could see it coming back down to, this says 94 cents. I'd like to see it stay above $1, but that's realistic. If look at the 21, we could come back and visit 21, probably meet in the middle, like at 95. Maybe we're above the 360-day moving average, which is fine. Maybe we'll come down, bounce off that, and we'll continue our way. Excuse me. You guys have any coins that you want to pull up the charts on? We take a peek at. Is this dump pitch over? I kind of want to look at is Bitcoin dominance, because we were talking about this yesterday. Here's the 1 hour. It actually rose. Actually, we were thinking, we were saying, hey guys, we look like we're 24 candles ago. I think we're someplace over here. We had a green trigger wave saying coming to the upside. VWAP was just about to break up. I don't know why in my head I was hoping that the dominance would still go. I don't know what was I thinking. You know what I was thinking, dude? I told you guys I was drinking water on the stream. I'm on vacation this week from work, and I had these watermelon lemonades, dude. They freaking were too high content, bro. They snickered me. Well, we shot up in the dominance. We're breaking back down. We continue back up. The dominance hit 62%. That actually makes a lot of sense right now. Now I'm looking at the charts. I don't know, healthy retrace for a few all still there. Had an amazing month so far, dude. That's what I said too, man. Calvin, I was talking to somebody on the phone. They said, dude, everything's dropping. This guy, he's a great gentleman. He doesn't do, I got him into crypto and XRP and stuff. And I told him, hey, man, we're having a great month. No sweat, bro. Hope we can sweat. Cam, over there on Kick. I can't tell if you're a bot or not. You know, bots have gotten pretty creative, especially using AI. So if you actually are real, say something that's normal. And I'll love to have you on the stream if you are real. I'll take anybody, man. Whenever Trent's not here, I love chatting it up. Hey, T Square, can we look at say, dude? Absolutely. Look at Padai. Is it Padai? GIG, is it Padai? Padai. That's not the stablecoin die, is it? I'll have to search that up. Now, keep in mind, Captain Levi, that everything else is dumping and we are still kind of bearish on everything in the market. So keep an eye on that. We'll definitely trade in a channel. I'm going to cut into that candle. I know I did. I don't care. I'll say that. We're in the middle of this channel. We're touching the 21 right now on the 1 hour. We're bouncing off the 21, actually. If we can break above it, you know, we'll probably come up to the top of this channel. Momentum still has been pushing up. But, dude, that looks like to me we had a lot of strength. We lost a little strength, and we lost a little bit more strength. That's how I'm going to view that. So, we do have a doji candle, which is not a trend reversal. We're in the negative 60s and 65s, which are not my favorite range, to be honest with you. Money flow has been steadily leaking, Mr. Levi. So we peak like right here in the money flow. And if you're watching the screen money wave, you look at it. That activity on it has been steadily leaking. Now maybe we come down and we start our reversal and start working our way back up. We haven't had a strong sign saying that. Oh shoot! I just raised my channel. Dang it! That's what's happening now. With the VWAP is breaking up, which is probably why we're getting this doji candle. And maybe we might, realistically, we might get a fake up to 33.50, and then continue a downtrend until we see all the Ethereum do its flip. Tired of streaming to zero? No, I'm not tired of streaming, Mr. Scammer. But PW, BTC, and PDI. Okay, man. I'll get there, dude. I got you. BTC volatility over the past week is insane. Something's going to give up or down, up or down. Hey, you know what, Calvin? We have a fat ass CME gap at 114. And, dude, not just that. Check it out, bro. Check this out. Now, it all depends. One of the liquidity guys, see this big giant black area right here? That's where our CME gap is. And we have all these longs that want to get crushed. The question is when? When are these people going to close the trades or when are we going to crush them? Now, the second thing, like you said, is either up or down, right? Which I prefer down to fill that gap. We have all these shorts that want to get squished. And then we have a nice little sweet pocket over that 21-ish range. So we kind of have to wait and see. It's really a dominoes effect. Right now, looking at the liquidations, we're closer to liquidating the shorts. But the charts themselves are saying that we want to eat up those longs. So the 4 hour, it's saying it wants to have a quick fake out. The 1 hour is actually, I'm not bullish on the 1 hour. Without it breaking a higher high, it needs to do something within the next 38 minutes for me to say, yeah, we're good. The 4 hour is saying we might do it. We might, little Pee-wee over there wants to do it. But the 12 hour is saying, no, dog, that's a freak out. We're breaking sideways, but I really doubt it, man. He's over there puffing on a big old cigarello. He's puffing a cigarello got with a big old greasy white t-shirt, tank top on. Wearing a white t-shirt. He's not a farmer's boy. He's not no Jason Casper. The daily also says we can continue dumping to the downside, Mr. Levi. You definitely wicked off the 35 moving average, and also coincides with this local support right here. So now, I would definitely expect revisit this 32-cent level to 30. I'd probably say 30-cent level to be buying. If 30 cents is such a psychological number, you know. And we're coming down. See, we came down actually before. Oh, still on the paint bed. We actually came down before with a very similar wave. I mean, look at these waves. They're very similar momentum waves. And literally came down, touched the zero line, and we bounced off it with a green candle. Like I said, green dots on the zero line or red dots on the zero line. Very proactive to the upside. And we could do that. Boom, we shoot back up. So maybe we'll come down. Boom, we shoot back up. That's something. I would expect a couple more days, though, of downwards action. Well, a couple more days. You know, I would say in a day and a half, but in a day and a half takes us to Friday. Do you think we're going to have a lot of momentum going into the weekend? Probably not. Probably not. I'd probably at least say a day and a half of downward sideways action without some random ass tweet coming in there changing everything. All right, now we got GIG. He said, please look at these points. That's weird. 1, 2, 3. You know what's weird, GIG? You sent those addresses in the chat, and I don't see them on YouTube. I see them in StreamYard that you sent me, the 0x. You know what's something really interesting I learned? Is that anything that starts with 0x is like Ethereum-based address. Guys, you know how much blockchain tracking I had to do? I tell you, dude, I don't know if I can tell you stuff. I had court stuff that wasn't traded to me personally, that I was doing some back and heavy work. And, dude, I got some experience, man, under my belt. I got some crazy things. I've actually thought about reaching out to Coffeesville at some point. All right. Man, I got to search this up. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Okay, you wanted to look at PDI. Am I going to find it on TradingView, good sir, or am I going to find that on Deck Screener? I have to load up Deck Screener if I will. No, I didn't pull it up. That's a Deck Screener coin, isn't it, Mr. GIG? BNB update. Also, perhaps another look at Mandate for shits and grins. Yeah. We can totally look up BNB, dude. Just let me find this coin for GIG. He shows up every day, dude. He does the grind too, man. You do too, Calvin. You do too. I'll never forget my OGs. Oh, Calvin. I don't know if you know this or not. We have, I think it's, Trent added it into the description. I have to go back and check. We created a Discord. And in the Discord, Alex gave us access to their BYDFi indicator, which gives trade signals off the top traders on BYDFi for scalps or what's the word called? Scalps or like what's the other term? There's the short term scalps, but there's like mid couple days trade. I can't remember the exact name of that trade thing, but we have that access under our Discord. And if you get in there before we get to 500 subscribers, you don't have to do it today, but if you do, it'd be great to be the first. When we get to 500 subscribers, we will be charging a $10 fee to get in, get access to this tool, because you can't go out there and go get it. You actually have to be given it through good relations. And what was I going to say? You'll be grandfathered in if you go get it now. Same with you, GIG. You guys both get in there. Get in there and interact with us, dude. We'll be in there all the time. So not just that, but we give you a lot more access to different things too. All right, I'm in Deck Screener right now. Share this tab. Hey, if you guys see anything on Deck Screener that has some sort of kicker that the nudes, that's not me. Good eye. Is this it, Mr. GIG? I think it is. I think it is. 3 months ago. You know, I have a hard time viewing the stuff. You know, a lot of fake ones. I know, and I see that you sent me the words "do not you." Deep for Pump. Okay, do not you. Okay, I don't know who that is, but they are in here. Wicked. What was I saying? I don't know why I can't. I see your addresses in it, but I cannot copy and paste it. Oh, there it is. I can see it. I can see it in StreamYard, but I can't copy and paste it. Dang it! What address is that? 599. What address is this coin? This could be it, man. It's on Pulse Chain. That's PWBTC. Well, did I do it right then? Well, there's a lot of sells, man. There's a lot of sells. One big fat buy, though. BYDFi. If this is it, this does look like it could be a bottom. I mean, it's pretty low, and it's been staying this low. All right, let me see if I can find up the other one you were saying. You said it's PBTC. That's the fake BYDFi? Well, frick, man. How am I supposed to tell the difference without being able to copy and paste your address? Whoa. Oh, here it is. Token. What did you say it was? You said that the other one was BTC. BYDFi is 1D0F. One D pair. Yeah, you're killing me, man. Trying to find this real one without being able to copy and paste it. This is why you need the Discord, GIG, so I can freaking just sling it on the screen for it real quick. Just load up my Discord. Boom, there it is. Okay, we're gonna try the other one. I can't seem to locate BYDFi. You know, that being said, it's also on deck screen. I don't have market site, which is usually how I view a lot of stuff. And the other one's PWBTC. How's your bear doing today? I must throw a bear. PWBTC. Well, that didn't tell me anything. GIG, I'm telling you, dude, you're gonna have to get in the Discord, man. My wife, she loves diving into these meme coins over here. I'm gonna say these are actually all meme coins, but she loves those low market caps. She that's her bread and butter. You gotta get in there, man. All right, I tried, man. I tried. You gotta get the Discord so I can copy and paste your addresses. Whatever reason, YouTube doesn't want to show them on my end. You're being censored, dude. They're shadow banning your wallets. Okay, Calvin, where are you at, man? Where it be easier to copy and paste the address? I know, but I can't copy and paste. It won't let me. I tried. There's literally no way for me to copy and paste it. It says delete comment, put user in timeout, or ban user. It won't let me. It just won't let me do it. I have no idea how to do it without being in the Discord. I don't know why you're being shadow banned. Where was I at? Okay, Calvin, you wanted to see BNB update, also perhaps Mana for shits and grins. Hey, man, I think Mana's gonna run, dude. When AVAX decides to wake up, I think all the gaming will wake up. Excuse me. Where was I at? Where's BNB? BNB. Minus that scam wick, which I don't know why. Where am I pulling this from? Mexi. There was some sort of scam wick on Mexi. They need to go in there and delete that. It's gonna drive me crazy. But minus that, we're gonna come over and take a look. I'll play around with it, GIG. I'll see if I can pull it up tonight, and then if you're here tomorrow, I'll be able to. Hey, here it is. I mean, I know I can do that. Now I just have to hand type the address out. You sent it, so I just have to find it now. Money flow. plateaued. VWAP is angling down. Strength is angling down. We did not reclaim a higher high. We're definitely bouncing off that. We're definitely going to be in this sort of channel. You should go off the wicks. I don't know if I should go off the wicks. I'm going to go off this. You know what my opinion is? I think we'll get rejected right here. Well, DBSI is saying that we're projected to print a red candle, but it'd be so weird if BNB went against like everything else. We are a doji candle. I think we will get a short-term pump. Now, if we can pump up and get above, I would say even get above these red candles, I think we're doing pretty good. But the bears are also saying we should continue down. Even though it's a doji candle, that's pretty. This is actually a pretty unique thing to see. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't run into this very often. There's a lot of different signals. Don't see your Discord link. Okay, I got you, Calvin. Give me 1 second. I will find it for you guys. I got you guys. Don't you worry. Okay. I got you guys. We're going around this this backdoor deal right here. You know, Trent probably was taking care of his dog today, and boom. All right, it's in there, guys. Look at that. I did it. Winner, chicken dinner. So it's really interesting. So I can see it like in StreamYard. It's not a hyperlink in StreamYard, just so you know. But there it is. Okay, now what was I doing? B&B. Yeah, you know, it's pretty interesting because we get these weird double top signals. If we come down, we can get the green dot. We can go leg up, right? The money flow's thick. VWAP's below the zero line. But it's almost like a V-shaped recovery. I mean, it's pretty weird for us not to have like a V-shaped recovery in this position that we're currently in. I mean, we could have a flatter top back over here, or even one like this. This was pretty interesting, a unique one right here. But doji candle is a sign of trend reversal, which the reversal is the previous way we've been going down. So you'd think it would break up. Now, the momentum wave is curving, so it could be like a bottom. It could be. But everything else, like on Ethereum, is saying we're going to go down. Money flow is still thick, bro. I mean, you cut a piece of cake, you can cut that back like months. Probably like a month. It's still the same. The strength is kind of plateauing. Stokes are kind of land. Let's check out the real. I think the 12-hour. I don't think we could trust the 4-hour. Maybe we might be able to trust the 6-hour. 6-hour, we have a hard drop down. Wow, that was a drop. Oh, frick. That was a drop. Oh, I see you. I see you in there, Levi. I got you, bro. I see you in there. A doji candle. I think we dropped so hard. Wow. You know, dude, this is an interesting one, Levi. There's something going on with BNB. Now, is this, what I mean by that, is this foretelling something? Money flow is hot, dude. Really hot. We came back down, touched the 21, bounced literally off it, closed up over here. I mean, these, I use the hike and sheet, right? So we go to the regular candle. Look at that, dude. Bam. When you look at regular candles, it does look kind of bearish, but it's bouncing off this support level. Maybe we close one more candle, you know, and then we get a green dot. Interesting. Maybe we get 6 hours, 2 hours, so we close. We could pump up. I can't say, dude, honestly, it didn't make a lower low. Here's a lower low. It didn't make a lower low. $12-hour does say we're coming down more. 12 hours saying we'll probably come down to like 230. The daily is getting spent too. Interesting. With that, we have a lower high. Oh, okay. I see that. I see the address you sent me. I sent the address to you. I see that. I probably copied it from there. And I also sent the link in the Discord too, GIG. Let me pull it up. Oh, you're actually lucky. I have my email open right now. Usually I close it out because I don't like having so many windows open. BNB looks -4, -5, -4. What the hell? Oh, that's that weird, funky ass manipulation right there. I hate that shit. You know, dude, honestly, BNB is giving some weird ass signals. If I had to guess, dude, it looks like it's gonna go up. But my brain is telling me don't think that way about your emotions. Having a red dot like this, I can't imagine not having like a couple more to the downside to in this range. But we wicked that low. I think that's what's confusing me. There must have been a lot of liquidations that happened right here. I think we're gonna come lower a little, at least a little bit. The daily's also saying come down a little bit. That's where I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna say maybe come down like $30 on BNB. That's a weird one. That was a weird one, dude. You stumped me on that one a little bit. Out of all the coins that I looked at tonight, okay, that was a weird one. I'm pulling up your email right now, dude. So I can't actually see the screen, so. Hey, props to you for finding it though. Finding my email. Back copy. No, I want to copy. Weird. It's like all grayed out. There we go. Copy link. We're gonna head over to Deck Screener. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not going to the camera right now. I'll flip the chat over here. Okay. So I cannot see myself. Triple bottom, bro. Triple bottom's always triple bottoms, dude. Pay bills. That's solid. I changed my candles. I like hiking a sheet. Hiking a sheet. Oh yeah, dude. That is sick. I can't see myself, but you can see me. I'm smiling. You want my opinion? I don't know the market cap of this. This is just a 15-minute. I would feel like, yeah, this was a bottom. And we didn't break down below this support. It looks like it's breaking up. I think that it looks good, dude. I think it looks good. We still have to get above like this main level right here on the 1 hour. Clearly, we're touching it, but the 15-minute looks good. If we break up above this on the 1 hour, our next stopping point will probably be about. Oh, weird. Is this market cap? Oh, weird. Show me market cap. How do I don't want market cap. I want price. Yeah, be like 120. Weird. Still doing it kind of weird. Why that looks like market cap? There's no way it's $120,000 per coin. Or is this BTC? Hey, I like that. As you guys are looking at BTC. Hey, there you go, guys. I'm feeling bullish on BTC. It looks good to me on the 15-minute. Why would you just not tell me to look at BTC? I was thinking that it looked good before. Uber. Yeah, I think I'm in agreement. I think BTC looks good. Ethereum, I don't think it looks that great. I think that we're probably sucking up liquidity right on the alts. Pulse chain with BTC. Well, yeah, but what's the difference between that BTC and a different BTC? That's weird though. I didn't recognize a triple bottom before. Am I sharing? Okay, good. I am on the screen. Okay. Let's share my screen. What is this? This is what coin was this? You said it was PDI. What's PDI again? Is that PAI? Price is half a penny. I'm letting my brain look at it, the chart, and seeing what I see. Well, I'm a little nervous. I'm a double top. We could say this is a cut and handle. But what's interesting is that we broke down. We didn't reclaim a higher high, and we broke down. We made a lower low. doji candle. It could be a sign of a trend reversal. That's not a doji candle though. I think we're going a little lower on this coin, Mr. GIG. I think we'll probably come to a 4, I would say. A 004. I think that's where we're looking at on this. Unless this cup and handle plays out. The volume's not competing with the previous candle currently on the 4 hour. The 4 hour has, where's the time limit? There's a lot of buys coming in though. Buy, sell. Buy. Sell. So, $100,000. I guess it's not that much. $500. But that one sell covers a lot, dude. It's really interesting. What's the, the percentage of this? And it's really weird in perfect numbers. Who's selling? If I had to guess, that almost looks like a dev of some sort. Have a perfect amount, 10,000 to 110,000. $837. I wonder if this is a family wallet. 0F1 7. Let's see. 100K. $500. It's really interesting. It's 100K. 837. Did we see that wallet earlier? 837. Somebody's dumping this. 837. Somebody's dumping this GIG. I don't know who it is, but there's one wallet that's definitely dumping on every. The one you were supposed to look at 900, the $900 one. Well, this is the wallet you sent me. You looked at the wrong Bitcoin, by the way. Well, that's the one. That's the one you sent me. I put it in the chat. Local high was 3 cents. Pulse chain down. Bro, pulse chain or BTC. The one you were supposed to look at 9. Okay, well, I'll copy it again. No problems. We can do that. The FIDI, something's going on with the FIDI. Someone's dumping it. For sure. 837. Whoever's 837. This looks like Bitcoin, man. $900 one. The address you sent me is 5900. The third one, bro. I don't have a third one. You're talking the one you emailed me? It says there's 599 and PDI. I don't see a third one. The purple one. The one I only have 2. Search again. All right. Oh, you're talking about this one. Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. Better the up channel. The one thing that I would say I'm nervous about, just off the bat, is that this is some sort of resistance. Clearly, pop, whack, 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 and we got rejected off a third time. Like we just said, triple bottom, triple tops are kind of a scary zone. That market side for 2. We've been trading down. Awesome. Well, that's a real effed up cup and handle. Triple top right there comes down. Sorry, I should find my language. 4 hours been pumping. What's high can it be? We're definitely been, trend lines. You can definitely say we're responding to this trend line on the 4 hour. The 1 hour. What is that? 4 hour. Kind of does look like a little cup. The 1 hour does come in a little cup. We're clearly at some support. Now, if we break above this level, that would be huge. We're definitely in a rising wedge. So now if we leg up, dude, it'll be a huge. That leg up, bro. I mean, I can't pull it down. I would say we'd be shooting for the stars. You bought this at 120. Shit, man, that was a good buy for you, dude. Good for you. Score, man. Absolute score. You can clearly see we're at some sort of resistance. If I was you, I would take some profits. All right, I'm gonna go back to. I gotta see my screen again. Okay, closing the email out. Once I find my mouse, I went to hit 3,000. 3,000. It hit 3,000 already. I gotta get my screen. I can't see. There we go. All right, cool. I'm back. I'm back. So I don't remember what the hell I was doing, dude. I went down a rabbit hole. Calvin, you still here? Did you still want to look up mana? I was going down a rabbit hole doing an adventure. We're learning here. You guys like this? With my little mini AC. I'm keeping it on my neck. It's nice and cool. 84 degrees in here. Why is mana not with the M's? So I think it's because with the gaming, I think. Daniel Ghazi. He's our mana homie over here. Why when it hit 3,000 already? I don't know. It looked like it was possibly peaking. But mana, a strong level saying that we will continue upwards momentum. We will pump and dump tomorrow. Crypto focus. I got AC on 75 cents here. AC? What's AC? Oh, you got the AC on and you're 75 here. I was thinking about tickers. Yeah, dude, it's hot, man. Freaking hot, dude. It was 93 earlier in my garage. Oh, dude, I'm dying. I kept my house pretty cool. Actually, it's funny. I have like the stand-up AC. I believe my circuit breakers in my fridge and the AC. I'm like, oh, when I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna flip the switch off and get it all on. But I rent right now, and they freaking don't. They never marked how they which breakers are which. So we might be playing a little bit of a game. Dude, man, it is showing that it wants to go up, but it's like it doesn't want to go up. Maybe we'll magnetize up to the 21. Pull us up a little bit. Yeesh. Money flow has been coming down. Strength's non-existent. Momentum is still going down. Yeah, it rained earlier, so it like trying to breathe an oven here. And dude, Central Florida. Frick yeah, dude. Did you see that kid who got arrested, bro? I mean, it's like all over social media. The dude who got punched in the face. Bro, that was wild. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they were like, well, we released the body cam footage. Dude, I watched a couple different times. Regardless, fine. The kid was in the wrong. That officer 100% was too aggressive. 110%. Like, that was totally uncalled for. That kid was not resisting at all. Money flow going down. EWAP coming up. Strength coming down. 6 hour. The momentum has been coming down. Money flow has been coming down on mana. Like, you know what's really weird is we've all had these really strong wicks coming down. I really think that we'll probably revisit these wicks around 30 cents for a mana. 12 hours saying we're coming down. Yeah, let's just say that. We're going to say we're going to come down. Like you said, dude, maybe we'll get short-term pump tomorrow, but I think I'm leaning downwards, guys. But frick, man, dude, it's been a great stream. I loved all you guys showing up, dude. I got the Discord link in there. I'll have to get it in the description tomorrow. Sorry about that. And thank you, GIG, for sending me down a rapid trail of looking at all these awesome coins over there at Dex Community. You guys outperform, keep me busy. Thank you, Crypto Focus, for showing up, and Captain Levi for coming in and saying, hey. We got Calvin in the chat popping in saying, what up, what up, what up, what up. We even have this new person. Probably a scam. It says, you do not you. Thank you, do not you, for showing up, because I always appreciate every single one of you guys. Captain Levi, Joshua Bailey. Thank you, Joshua Bailey. Chara, it's a pleasure, my brother, having you come in. And Chara was the first, guys. So I'm going to be signing out. We'll be back tomorrow. Trent will be here, you know. It's just a bunch of good times, but we got another real thing in here. It says, yeah, but after seeing the real footage, it complete changed the narrative. Dude, 100%, 100%, dude. I'm on board to change the narrative. I was like, bro, that was crazy. He did get a messed up tooth, though. I saw that the second interview. I was like, dude, he is missing like half his front tooth. Yeah, but after seeing the real footage, complete change the narrative. Yeah, cops should have punched him in the mouth. LOL, but true. He never would have got smacked if he followed the orders from the game. 100%. You know, I think a lot of problem is, dude, is like with me, how I would react in those situations as I would follow what the cop said, and if I felt wronged, I would take that to the lawyers. You know what I mean? I wouldn't resist right then and there. Unless you feel like you're on the right, you know, and then you feel like, go ahead and do that. Then you might get punched in the face and break a tooth. But that's how I would go about it, dude. If I felt like the cop was effing up, I would do whatever I needed to do, keep myself looking like the good guy, yeah, and then I would go after it, dude. But I support the blue, man. I'm 100% for more training for those guys. I mean, you know, maybe more stress relievers, dude, because they're in some hostile situations and dude, PTSD, bro, for reals. You know, I drive a garbage truck for a living, and I can tell you, I'm like, you mother effer, stupid effer, cut me off. You think I could stop a 60,000 pound, pound truck with brakes like that, like on a dime? I'm like, dude, you know, sometimes I say a lot of swear words at work. That's how I release a lot of my stress. But, you know, I feel bad for those guys. They're out there kicking ass and making names. But, yeah, guys, so thank you for signing in. We got a subscriber today. I don't know who you are. You didn't say who you are in the stream. I would love to give you a shout out. Shout out to 307, dude. You're an area code out there. But to me, you're a part of my community, and I'm excited to meet you and grow together with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. The Blockchain Brew is here every single day. I appreciate no morning stream tomorrow because I will be at the zoo with my family. We're going to go check out the aquarium and the giraffes and whatever else they have there. So thank you guys so much. Blockchain Brew out.